comedian. She's a really good friend of mine. She was featured at Audible's Fresh Voices this year at Sketchfest. I love her. I hope you do too. Brooke Heinichen.
Good start to the show. I'm not having a great start to the year, actually. My car got stolen. I know. And I called the cops and I was like, I live in San Francisco. My car got stolen, and they were like, duh. And so I was describing it and where it was parked, and they were like, oh, that car, wait, we know who did it. And I was like, oh my God, who did it? And they were like, we did, you got towed, bitch. So upset. I was like, what did I get towed for? And apparently they told me I was parked in a street cleaning spot, but I don't necessarily believe that because I live in San Francisco and those streets have never been cleaned. But what they don't tell you about what happens when your car gets like towed or stolen by the cops is how you're supposed to find it again, because my phone and my wallet were in the car that they towed. So I just had to flag a truck driver down in the street and ask him for a ride to the tow lot. And as I was sitting in the cab of this truck next to this truck driver, I realized that I didn't have a way to pay this man. Like, I'm no expert, but isn't that how porn starts? Like, doesn't it always start with some girl who's like, but how will I ever repay you? It's fine. The lot actually wasn't that far. And the ticket didn't end up being that much. And the stick didn't taste that bad, so... Kidding. It was a very expensive ticket. So now I have to ride my bicycle everywhere, except my bicycle also got stolen in San Francisco. Came out of a bar and it was just gone, and I was walking home, feeling very sad. And I was walking by, there's a Burger King at 9th and Market. Does anybody know the Burger King? Bought drugs there. Okay, yeah, that one. Well, okay, because there's some Burger Kings where you're like, oh, that place probably has like a secret drug business in the back. But that one at Civic Center is just a crack den. But in the back, there's like a secret burger business. I was walking by that Burger King and I saw a homeless dude sleeping inside with my bike. I know, so I like ran in and went up to the counter, and the Burger King man looked very confused, like, why is Becky in the Burger King? And like very formal too. He's like, ma'am, can I help you? And I was like, well, yes, sir, you a thief in the kingdom. He didn't like the pun either, it's okay. Kind of felt bad for this guy, like working the homeless babysitting shift. He was like, ma'am, I can't really help you with that, but if you want to talk to him, feel free. And I was like, bitch, I'm an American. I always feel free. Speak my mind. First Amendment. And I was like, Second Amendment, not gonna do that. So I was like, what am I gonna do? Who do I know that's good at stealing things? So I called the cops. And they came and they were like, we're just gonna go ask him about it. And I was like, oh, okay, good luck. And they walked up to him and they're like, sir, is that your bicycle? And he was like, nah. So I got my bicycle back. Thank you, one person. I will take it because you're the first person to clap, but I called my sister the next day and I told her what happened, and she yelled at me. She said, I can't believe you took your bike back from that homeless person. He clearly needed it more than you did. What a bitch. She's my sister who's like perpetually single though, and she yells at me for everything. The last time I was visiting her, she yelled at me because I wouldn't use a coaster. But I had to remind her that because she was single, the ring I left on our coffee table might be the only ring she ever gets. But the story does have a happy ending because I saw that same homeless person a few weeks later riding another bicycle. And much to my satisfaction, on the side of that bicycle it said SFPD. So. My sister lives in Ohio, I'm from Ohio, and my mom gave me a name even she can't pronounce. Happy for me because I got out? Yeah? Okay. The Ohio people, we're not there. Yay. Well, my mom has like this nasally Midwestern accent. She calls me Brooke, or no, she named me Brooke, but she says my name kind of like an angry chicken. She says it like brack. Midwestern twang, and I have the same twang, so I sort of squawk back at her like, Mom. And we do sound like we're from Ohio. I don't call my mom, call her my mom. Call my dad, Call my uncle, my dad. My dad does this charming thing where he likes to rank his kids in order of how much he likes them. And I'm never number one because I live too far away, but he called me up a few days ago and he was like, Brack, so excited to tell you that you're number one today. And I was like, that's great, Dad, what did I do? And he's like, well, you're the last one I called, but you're the first one who answered. I was like, thanks, Dad. He's like, goodbye, Katie. I gotta give my dad credit, though. My dad's been married 3 times, has 7 kids, and he'll do anything to keep our family together. Like, we're all in the same family plan. It's like what he calls our family plot. Around. But here's the thing about this grave plot, as I told you, I'm one of 7 kids. 7. Like, I'm not sure in our family grave plot that we're all gonna fit, you know? Like, some of us are gonna have to stand up like we're the terracotta soldiers. It's like every time my stepmother was like, I'm pregnant, my dad's like, aha, the plot thickens. I do go home. I grew up religious, and we used to go to church, but I made a stop going to church because I used to be the acolyte. This is California, so I'll explain what that is. It is like the altar boy for non-Catholics, except girls can be it and you don't get trust issues in adults. So, wear the long white robe, carry the candle or the cross. And this particular Christmas, I started down the aisle with my candle, and to paint you a picture, I looked like a Klansman with braces. I started down the aisle, and as I was walking down, I tipped my candle too far back and spilled hot wax all down my face. But everyone was so deep in their prayers, they didn't see me getting my eyebrows redone, so I just kept walking. And the wax kept pouring, and by the time I got to the end of the aisle, I looked like the final scene in a porno. So I don't know when you became my porn expert. This looks like you might know. I am single, and I don't talk a lot about dating on stage because I don't date a ton, but I was dating this guy a few weeks ago, and we were like making out or whatever, and I leaned back and I told him that I really liked him. And he told me that he thought that was confusing. And I was like, no, it would be confusing as if we were making out or whatever, and I pulled back and I was like, no homo. I think that would be confusing. After my last relationship, I told a friend of mine I thought I might be gay, and she told me she knew he wasn't gay because he'd never seen a dick that he wanted to suck. But I've also never seen a dick that I wanted to suck. But my sister got me this shirt. She knows I'm single, knows I'm trying. It's got this like thing on the back. I'll do a little turn around. And I actually used to really like wearing this shirt until she told me I was wearing it backwards. But it requires me to wear like those sticky cup things, and it's really hot up here and I'm sweating, so I'm kind of afraid they're gonna fall off. So if any of you find like a tan-colored yarmulke on the ground later. Alright, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna do one quick little political joke in honor of the Women's March. I really hope that DREAM Act beneficiaries, DACA potential deportees take Donald Trump to court. Because I personally really want to see a court case called Alien versus Predator. My name's Brooke Heinichen. You guys have a great night.
I do the yarmulke jokes. I do them. Give it up for Brooke, guys. Give it up for her shirt that she has to wear every single night for that joke.